Imagine this. You wake up one morning and something feels wrong. The sun is hanging low in the sky, not moving. Hours pass, but it's still there, frozen like a painting. The air grows hotter, shadows stretch endlessly, and on the other side of the planet, darkness swallows entire continents. Forever. This is not science fiction. It's exactly what would happen if our Earth stopped spinning. But what if it never spun at all? What would our world look like today? Would humanity even exist? Or would Earth be a dead rock drifting through space? Stick with me until the end, because the truth will change the way you see our planet. Forever. Every single day, the Earth spins silently beneath our feet, once every 24 hours, moving at over 1,600 kilometers per hour at the equator. We never feel it, yet it controls our day, our night, our climate, our weather, and even our survival. Without this constant spin, Earth as we know it could not exist. But why? And if it had never spun, what would have been different from the very beginning? Without rotation, half the planet would face the sun constantly, and the other half would be trapped in eternal night. The sun-facing side would bake under relentless heat, oceans evaporating into thick clouds of steam, turning the atmosphere into a choking greenhouse nightmare. Meanwhile, the dark side would plunge into freezing temperatures colder than Antarctica, trapping water as ice kilometers thick. But here's where it gets even stranger. The middle zone between these two extremes could be the only livable strip of land left. Would civilization have formed there? Or would Earth be nothing more than a barren wasteland? Right now, the spin of the Earth makes the sun rise in the east and set in the west. Without rotation, the sun wouldn't rise or set. It would just hang in the sky for eternity on one side, never moving. The constellations would be locked in place. The familiar rhythm of day and night, gone. And without that rhythm, how would life even know when to rest, eat, migrate, or reproduce? Could life adapt? Or would it never evolve at all? Our spinning planet drags the atmosphere along with it. That's why winds curve and swirl in predictable patterns. Without rotation, the Coriolis effect disappears. And so does the weather system we know. Instead of swirling storms and jet streams, we'd have permanent hurricane-force winds rushing from the burning side to the freezing side, ripping across the planet in a constant, unending cycle. No tree, no city, no mountain would be safe from these walls of wind. But that's just the beginning. Our rotation creates a slight bulge at the equator. Without it, the oceans would rush toward the poles, flooding huge areas of land. Entire countries would vanish underwater. New land masses would rise. The continents you know today, completely unrecognizable. And the survival of any species would depend entirely on being in the right place, at the right time. You might think gravity wouldn't be affected, but it would. Right now, Earth's spin slightly counteracts gravity at the equator, making you weigh just a tiny bit less there. Without rotation, this effect vanishes, and gravity becomes ever so slightly stronger everywhere. It wouldn't crush you, but it would change the way rivers flow, mountains erode, and even how your own body develops over generations. But that's nothing compared to what would happen to time itself. Our 24-hour day is built on Earth's rotation. Without it, the only clock would be Earth's orbit around the sun, which means a day would actually last an entire year. Imagine 6 months of scorching daylight, followed by 6 months of freezing darkness. Plants would die, crops would fail, animals would migrate endlessly or perish. Human life, if it ever existed, would have to live in permanent shelters, or move constantly to chase the narrow twilight zone where conditions are tolerable. With such extreme conditions, if life did evolve, it wouldn't look like anything we know. On the light side, creatures might have reflective skin, thick armor, or even burrow underground to survive. On the dark side, life might glow in the dark, adapted to hunt in freezing blackness. Humans? The version of us that exists now would never have appeared. But what about intelligent life? Could something else take our place? Rotation powers Earth's molten core and magnetic field, the invisible shield protecting us from deadly solar radiation. Without rotation, that shield collapses. The sun's radiation would scorch the day side, stripping away the atmosphere over millions of years. The night side would be bombarded by cosmic rays. Life, if it ever formed, would need to hide underground forever. If Earth never spun, it wouldn't just be different. It would be unrecognizable. Our planet would be split into two alien worlds, one boiling, one frozen, with only a razor-thin habitable band in between. Civilization as we know it? Impossible. The human race? Non-existent. And you wouldn't be here to even ask the question. But here's the most mind-blowing part. The fact that Earth does spin is the only reason you are alive right now. A tiny twist of fate at the beginning of our planet's history determined the existence of every tree, every ocean, every breath you take. It's not just chance. It's a miracle. If you enjoyed this journey into the impossible, smash that like button, subscribe for more mind-bending what-if scenarios, and let's explore the next question together. Because the universe still has secrets left to reveal.